If you want to add a little bit of spice to your food, why not think about growing your own herbs? That's what Frankie's going to start help us with right now. This is also a good first step if you eventually want to be growing your own veggies and your own food in the backyard. Start with herbs because they're easier.
And they're great for
right?
small spaces. So if you have a
Absolutely.
small patio, and I always say as soon as you add fresh herbs or herbs, it doesn't matter how you say it, to a plate, people think you know how to cook.
That's right.
So yeah, it's awesome.
Fools them every time.
Look, I grew these myself. Look, doesn't it taste so good? Yeah. But I want to kind of break down some things and just really help people. So a lot of the times, you go to the garden center, and I was just at the garden center the other day, and I looked at those beautiful pots there.
They're so cute.
And everybody's like, oh, they're so cute. I'm going to take a picture and put it on Pinterest and then put it on Instagram.
This one right here.
That's going to kill your plant, by the way. It's, they are dainty and they're cute and they'd be great for herbs, maybe just for a party, maybe just for the day of.
Yes.
But they will not grow well in that. They'll actually burn out. You have to water several times. So
that's just too small.
Just way too small.
It's too small a space for them.
Way too small. So I would rather go to a pot a little bit larger in size that has a little bit more soil.
Okay.
Make sure you use like a moisture control soil that has that ability to absorb that moisture. And then, how many plants would you put in a container like this?
I don't know, the one maybe?
Probably 1 to 2. So if you wanted to fill out quicker, so let's just do basil.
Okay.
And basil, by the way, is this, they need sun. You're going to be the one digging the hole there. Dig away. So Can
we put it right in the middle?
Let's just put it in the middle. Let's just go with one here. We'll put it right in the middle.
Is that deep enough?
Yeah, you're doing pretty good.
Okay.
Then what you want to do is just break up that base a little bit.
Yeah.
Say, be free, roots, be free.
Grow,
and then you're going to put that right in there.
Lovely.
So the neat thing about moisture control soil, there's already a fertilizer in. If you're using a potting soil and there is no fertilizer, you want to make sure you use one.
Add it.
Kind of like a shake and feed, or even if you want to use fish emulsion. This one here with basil, just a word of warning, basil hates high winds. Oh. So you want to put it in a sunny spot where you're not going to get a ton of wind.
Got it.
So let's go over and we're going to do cilantro.
Okay.
So
cilantro,
on the other hand, great plant, right?
Yeah.
Who likes cilantro here?
I do.
Okay.
It's one of those things where it's hit or miss. Look at how you did it and look at how I'm doing it now.
So let me show you how to do this.
Okay.
Easiest thing for people to do is to squeeze your bottom and then pull your top.
Okay. Squeeze your bottom and pull your top.
Cilantro is a plant that in high temperatures and heat will generally burn out.
Okay.
So it's one that you got to keep more, almost a little bit of a partially shaded area.
All right.
And so this is one that, sometimes people get a little bit frustrated with. Rosemary, and this is what I want to show you. Once you do a pot, if you think about, like, this is what's going to happen. They're going to get big pots, and when you use some herbs, you're going to want to continue to cut and prune. The reason why we want to cut, and when's the best time do you think to harvest herbs?
I don't know.
You don't know? Take a guess.
I don't know.
No, time of day.
Morning?
Morning.
They're all like, I don't know. That's why I know you're my people.
Yeah.
They looked at me blankly. Morning is obviously the answer.
Yeah, the flavors of the herb will actually be heightened in the morning. So if you do a harvest in the morning, put them directly. We could wrap the bottom of these with a little bit of paper towel. Actually, rosemary, by the way, is grown by cutting. So what we could do with this, at the same token, if you ever want to start your own rosemary, doesn't that smell good?
Yes.
That is so great. So all you're going to do is take that little cutting, start at the bottom leaves, stick it.
That's it, huh?
Not like that. Keep that moist. And what you're going to do is you want them to be about 1 to 2 inches in terms of their height.
Yeah.
And within about 4 weeks, that'll actually bear a root. And then all of a sudden, you're going to have a rosemary.
That's incredible. And that's it can grow big like that.
Yeah. But word of warning with rosemary, rosemary is a Mediterranean plant that doesn't like to be too wet. So you always want this to dry out in between. It can be. It can be. But rosemary, by the way, as well, is if you're not thinking that you have good memory.
Yeah.
If you smell rosemary,
yes,
there is a thought that it's going to improve blood flow to your brain.
Oh, really?
And that's why when the Greeks would study, why they would always put a crown of rosemary around their head.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Right?
That's cool.
So if you're feeling kind of dumb, you smell like this.
A little foggy.
And for blood circulation, even if you're balding, maybe you rub a little bit up here.
Just try it everywhere. You don't know what's going to work, right?
But my biggest key is if you're growing herbs, do one larger pot of something. Don't even do the mixed pots. Just do the 5 herbs that you like to grow in single pots.